stuff I got to take care of today, but I'm going to make another video on this. Because this guy talks a lot of trash. But, you know, give him a chance, the opportunity to back it up. First things first, my name is Kenneth Berg. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And I told you before about a problem we have with a YouTuber who felt the need to go on this channel and spread false rumors and lies about people's businesses. On top of that, stalking and everything else, he talks your name, committed all types of crimes. One of the crimes involving copyright infringements, trademark infringements, patent infringements, all kinds of violations triggered off. Because, you know, operating a, as I said before, unlawful use of a 3D printer, trademark violations that you stole other people's trademark material, companies, movie industries, you name it, you profited off it, made money off of it. And bragged about making thousands of dollars on somebody else's hard work, even ripping off the late Stan Lee. So, again, as I said before, if you feel that in any way we slandered you, and you've committed none of these crimes whatsoever, and you're completely innocent, then you get an attorney to reach out to me. That's what you do. You contact a lawyer, reach out to me. We'll have no problem communicating with them whatsoever. If you feel you did nothing wrong, Fernando, I'm putting you on blast. We'll use this against you in court. Because we can prove at the end of the day, we gave you the opportunity to contact an attorney to sue me, and you didn't do anything. Which means at the end of the day that everything I said is true. There you go. So you're being set up for court. More evidence we're filing against you to prove at the end of the day that you are this person. The evidence is right there. You're right in the video matching the house paint, which you robbed your customers out of, and then continue to sell the product on your website, which we dated how long it took you. We actually didn't take it off. They removed the entire website altogether, but you continue to sell the product knowing that the product had matched, still trying to rip customers off. And then you try to come back on eBay and resell the product for $60. And somewhere along the line, you want a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and you raised it up to $275 or $250 and try to claim it was black. You've been doing this nonsense for years. Like the Black Frankenstein screen paint that doesn't exist. Well, I don't know what's worse. The fact that you put it in a dummy shopping cart that we had a PayPal went through for $85, or the fact that you stole the name Frankenstein and used it to make money off of it. That belongs to Universal Studios, by the way. So, you're guilty of all this stuff. Copyrights? Heck, if the copyrights were legit, you wouldn't have had a process server from the courts at your door. That speaks volumes. And then, the 3D printing machine, that's scandal. You got tons of videos showing you at different locations trying to sell off stolen merchandise. That's stolen merchandise, Fernando. You went in and reprinted copies of products that belong to major companies and lined your pockets with their hard work. And then you went to expos, especially with Stan Lee's hard work, and you sold it and made money off of it. So, you feel that we're wrong in everything we just said? You want to go Karen and want to cry? I'll make some phone calls right now. Trust me, you won't like these phone calls. So, I can let it take its course, or I can speed this up so fast it'll make your head spin, or it'll be popping up at your front door in the next couple of days. Now, I believe in letting things take its course. Because the waiting game is actually the most worst of all, is knowing when and where these people are going to pop up on your front door. But they're coming, trust me. There's a case being built on you. You are a criminal. That's what you are. You have to accept the fact. You are a criminal. You came here to the United States, you stole and ripped off the American people. That's what you did. Tell me I'm a liar. Get a lawyer, sue me. I bet you can. As a matter of fact, I dare you to do so. You want me to pick a lawyer for you? I'll get you a lawyer and send it your way. I guarantee they won't take your case. You're guilty. And that's what you're mad about. You're guilty. And what makes matters even more interesting, that the people that were involved with Fernando's activity, they're also included in that mess. Because when they start the deportation process, there are other people that are on that list that were involved in Fernando's activity, which means now you have put that bright light in your path too, which means you got problems coming your way also. And if you're going to follow the ringleader, you got to be prepared to go down with them. So, you committed all this fraud. I said before, get a lawyer. Don't cry on YouTube channel. Don't cry. Be a man of action. Go get yourself an attorney. Explain to him what we said on the YouTube channel. And that attorney will reach out to us. But before he reaches out to us, he's going to research us first. He's going to research the videos and everything. And he's going to question you because you're in these videos. And ask you at the end of the day, did you do these acts? What are you going to say, Fernando? You got a twin somewhere, alien abduction, the real Fernando sitting in some intergalactic zoo somewhere, and you're a clone copy. What are you going to say? You're in the videos. You're right there. For the copywriting and trademark infringement and piracy, you're right there in the video directing people to go to different sites to buy your stolen goods. Because they're stolen, Jamie. Did you get permission from any of the companies? No. So let me get this straight. Person from America, and me, Sachin, born and raised, and I'm in America, right? American citizen. That means I have the right to go to, Nike, right? And start making their sweatshirts, right? I got that right? Because I'm an American citizen, I should have that right? Or I can go make some Versace t-shirts, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, they make a difference, right? I can make them and sell them. Wrong, I can't do that. Why? Because there is trademarks on those items, which means if I'm caught counterfeiting, which you did, making these items and selling them, and they don't even know this is going on, I can go to jail for this. So if I, an American citizen, can be prosecuted for this, why can't you? What makes you so special that you can't be prosecuted? You do a lot of crying about this, a lot of crying on your channel about this. What makes you so special that you don't have to subject the same thing we have to subject? So what are you crying about? Why are you on your channel crying like a little girl? You did this, right? No one put a gun to your head and forced you to bring these machines into your apartment. You bragged about it on camera. We have videos of you bragging about how much money you made off of other companies. We got videos of you bragging about multiple machines you're operating in an apartment. We got videos of you claiming saying the word business multiple times in your vocabulary. Business. Running a 3D printing business multiple times, which can be used against you in court. You're operating a business. You don't have a license to operate a business. Your building's not zoned for those machines. You said business multiple times. When you're walking to the storage unit, you said your business, right? Multiple times. And then you illegally used a storage unit, which is another heavy charge, is a serious violation. I feel sorry for the person who has their name on that storage unit. You're in a lot of trouble because you allowed a person to store stolen merchandise in a storage unit. You have any idea how much trouble you can get into that? So if that's your sister's unit, she's in a lot of trouble. If she used her vendor's license, what do you call it? License, whatever, so you can sell your items, she's going to lose her license now. It'll be terminated. You do a lot of damage to your family, don't you? You use your brother's address. I think it's his brother or somebody in his address. Use his address to commit crimes. The lawyers were sending documents to his address. It wasn't Jamie's address. He was using somebody else. This is his own brother. You're a dirty piece of work at the end of the day. Everything that you have done, you have coming to me. So they put you in some of the, chances are this is where you're going, some of the worst prisons on the face of the planet. This is where you'll be at. Because you deserve to be there. Now, if you feel that I'm wrong on this, and I'm hoping you're in the room listening, if you're not, you're listening to this video later on. If you feel that I'm wrong in everything I just said to you, get yourself an attorney. And you sue me for defamation. Now, I'll put a time, date down there, mark the video, put a date on there, and you have that amount of time to get an attorney to reach out to me. And I bet you can't. I bet you 100% you can't. You know why? Because you did it, that's why. Same thing with our copyrights too. Make sure you show that information to an attorney of you touching our copyrights and our copyrights. See if they're legit, they're real or not. That too also. And also too about our screen paint products. Did I not send you a certified letter to your front door requesting black paint and you never sent it? For a person who did a lot of demonstrations claiming our products were nothing but black paint, you had the opportunity to send me this black paint so I could do a YouTube live in front of everybody, and you sent me nothing. I sent you gray paint, didn't I? What did you do? Did you accept it? You sent it back. That says a lot, Fernando. That says a whole lot about you. You can't back your own products up, and you can't back up what you say about other people. And in this video, in the video I shot last time, it proves that you can't even get an attorney to defend yourself because you are guilty. Good luck. Because you're going to need it. Buddy, where you're going at the end of the day, I'd rather be in an American prison where you're about to go. Any day of the week. But what's going to happen to you, remember, you brought it on yourself. And you can cry and whine all you want. Stop the crying and whine and get an attorney. That's what you do. You want to call the police? Call the police. Go down to Baldwin Park Police Department and say, hey, look, got on YouTube making false accusations about me that are not true. It's claiming that I read a 3D printing counterfeiting ring in my apartment. How far do you think you're getting with that one? Not far, right? With all the evidence on you. So that's not going to happen. He's making claims that I use his copyrights without his permission, blah, 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 blah. How far you can get with that one, too? Nothing go well, right? Not well, though, either. He's claiming I dox people's addresses on my website. How far are you going to get with that? Not far with that either, because we got all that documented. He's claiming that my products are nothing more than house paint and I scam my customers. Or sent your paint back to you, right? Which was house paint that you made, black and white paint, right? And you sent it back, so that speaks volumes right there. And the fact that, bottom line, is we have multiple cancellations, we have customers with failing screens that are washed out and faded, and yeah, and on top of that, the credibility of where's your business, which is not there anymore, it's gone. Where's your eBay? Gone. Didn't you just say in the video, moving on to bigger and better things, that you were leaving the screen paint business, but here you are, pop up on eBay, trying to peddle off your fake paints, which we caught you and busted you on? Yeah, liar. Nothing but a liar. That's all you are. Just a liar. And you'll figure out more lies tomorrow. Lies after that. Jim, you're just digging a bigger hole for yourself. That's all you're doing. Again, you're monitored. Do you understand that? You are monitored. There are agencies that are monitoring your accounts. Now, again, I have work to do. Unlike you, you got problems. A lot of problems coming your way. I would suggest you get an attorney. You don't need one. If you feel that anything that I said out of my mouth is not true, anything that I said is not true, then you get yourself an attorney. That's what you do. Not a fake one, a real one. And if you feel anyway that this has hurt where you live at the end of the day, then you contact your landlord and have them reach out to me, because I would love to have a nice long conversation with your landlord, which you cannot do. I know why, because Fernando got a person to contact us that wasn't his landlord. I asked him certain questions, only tax information that only the landlord would know, and he didn't know it. It's not your landlord. So if you have to get us a fake person to act as your landlord, that means your landlord doesn't know, or he does know. And he wants to keep it quiet. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know. Pretty sure he's probably a very old man. I'm sure of that. He's an old guy. And he probably has somebody else come around, or the building's under building management or something. But we're going to figure that out sooner or later, because we're going to City Hall about that building. Because again, I said we're filing lawsuits in unit. So, with that being said, Fernando, like I said, if you feel that we violate you in any way, get a lawyer. If you don't get a lawyer in the time state, that's just going to be another testimony against you in court. Okay, well, I'm glad we had this nice little talk. And if you're in the room, hello, Fernando. How are you doing today? Oh, by the way, you see where it says we open up the comments? There's a camera right in front of the phone that's recording and documenting everything. And that camera is there so we can use that as potential evidence in court. I told you this year we're going to be suing a lot of our trolls. They're going to court. They're being sued. And for those of you thinking because I'm on a fake YouTube account, fake email, that means nothing at the end of the day to a cyber investigator. We can track your whereabouts, even where you went to school at, where you got your first tooth pulled, the whole 9 yards, everything. Everything there is about you for court. So I'm going to be suing a lot of my trolls. You're going to make me a lot of money this year. I can understand why Cat Williams said if you get yourself 30 trolls, get yourself 30 more. You guys are going to pay us some money. I'm going to send you a little flash drive, and that flash drive will have your YouTube video, the one you probably delete off your account, thinking that it's gone, but it's not technically gone, showing you making a lot of false statements about my business. And that little flash drive is going to cost you a lot of money, which means if we get you to court, we'll sue you for millions. Money you don't even have. Next time, you'll learn a valuable lesson. Any trolls out there, do not say things you can't back up in court. Do not believe that your accounts that you're hiding behind fake email accounts and fake YouTube accounts will save your neck, because it won't. These individuals thought the same thing. They literally believed that they were not going to be tracked down and found, and they were. Like I said before, a little reality check. You like the things you have at your place? Look at the things. Just walk around. Look at all the things you have. You collect it down through time. You like those things, right? Like your car out front, if you got one. You like the money you make off your check, right? You like that money, right? You want to lose it? You play around with the wrong people, and I'll have someone track your whereabouts, and I will sue you in court, and you will lose all that stuff. I'll have some people show up to your front door with a sheriff's department from your state, and they will take your stuff from you. That's how the collecting detectors work. They'll come out and take your vehicles, your trucks. You go to a restaurant, we'll shut all that down. We'll take whatever we want. And we'll sell it off. Well, they'll sell it off. Give me my cut, and they'll get their cut. You'll get nothing out of it. So unless you want to end up poor and penniless, especially in this time where it's actually hard for most people to struggle and get through life. No one needs a $50,000 lawsuit leaning over top of their head, or $1 million lawsuit. I would suggest you basically go on your channel and mind your own business. That's what you do. Peach? Understand? All right. Now, wait till you see what we do to these guys. It's what we do to these guys. You ever heard the term, I'm going to smack you so hard your kids will feel it? It's going to be like that. I'm going to use them as an example in court, which means they will receive maximum settings on everything. Because I want the judge to understand that I want to make sure that if anyone even dares try to copy what they do, they are going to regret even just saying my company's name the wrong way. I'm also going to do a tutorial video on how to sue your trolls. I'm literally going to do that, yes. So all you trolls out there, you're ready to pay up. Because he'll make money off of you. And this is good money, too, on top of that. Small claims court, easy money. Easy money. So be careful. You never know who's monitoring one of your accounts. Someone gets a flash drive of you showing you in a video, basically making false statements against the company. That's an easy lawsuit in small claims court. Why small claims court? No lawyers. You have to pay the extra money. It's all yours. $10,000, $12,000, whatever is yours. $10,000 you have, $10,000 they don't have. And if they decide to sit there in court and say, well, I'll never pay it, execute judgment on them. That's what you do. Go execute judgment, get a debt collector in their state to come get them. It'll freeze their banking accounts, credit cards, and when you get paid, which I like this one the most, on your paycheck, which is going to feel a lot lighter, you're going to see the debt collector's name up there because they'll take money out of your check and take your whole income tax return. Imagine how horrifying it is. People look forward to the income tax return and you don't even get yours because you owe somebody money. That's how bad it can get. Your credit score, gone. And destroy that in a minute. You don't have any of that anymore. And if these lawsuits are big enough, like I said, the tree effect where you can't outrun them, that means that pretty much you'll be flagged on every computer. You can't get a loan. You can't get nothing. No one will touch you. You really live that kind of life at the end of the day. That's why you don't say things you can't back up. This is why when Mr. Bird gets on camera, what I say? I'm not saying anything I can't back up because I know you can be sued for it. That's why. That's why we show you all this evidence, we pull all these documents out, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's why. Gotta back everything up. All right, well, that being said, Fernando, I look forward to you getting an attorney. Well, you're not going to get one. We know they're from the door, but I dare you to. Double dare you, triple dare you, triple dare you. You can't get one. We know that from the door. You can't get one. They won't back your case. That's all to it. You can't back it because you got so much bad evidence against you. It's not even funny. You can't get one. And you know that already from the door. All right, then. Well, that's the end of that. Subscribe on your YouTube channel. When they come for you, you just take it like a man. That's what you do at the end of the day. Take it like a man. Be a man for the first time in your life. See, you got to be careful about what you say. Remember you put that statement on a piece of paper to me about ordering your stuff? Remember that? And I went and ordered all your stuff and you cried on every receipt. We post those receipts all the time. He cries on them. Remember that. Remember I put you through that? All right? Because you wanted to be a big man and you basically try to, I don't know what you try to do. Scare, I don't know how that works, man. At the end of the day, scare, I don't get that one. But anyway, remember what you wrote at the bottom? For the first time in your life, be a man. Be careful what you say. The very things you say come back against you. So when they come for you, for the first time in your life, be a man. Take the hit and do what has to be done. Which means, well, you're leaving the country. That's all to it. Now, you feel at the end of the day that you're equal to your fellow Mexican people? You're not. You're not equal to them. You're not equal to any of them. Ones are not out there committing crimes, one are out there over here trying to do something better with the lives. That so many people say that to me when they looked at his stuff, his forms and stuff we have on him. Like, my God. You got so many, he's making the other people look bad. These people trying to come over and trying to get that American piece of the pie, who deserve it. You don't deserve it, Jane. You don't deserve any of that pie. You deserve to choke on it, but you don't deserve any of it whatsoever. But there are people over here trying to get a piece of that pie. And they have that right. They have the right to get their citizenship. They have that right. But Fernando does not have the right because Fernando came over with criminal intentions to break a law. That's what you did. So, you feel you're equal to your Mexican brothers and sisters. That's what you feel you're equal to. I guarantee you, go out there. They're having protests out there. Go to California. You're in California now. Go over there and explain to them your situation, what you did in that apartment. And I guarantee you, how many people you think will side with you? You might get stoned. So that's what Fernando wants to do. Oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. He's coming after me because I'm Mexican. No, Jimmy, I can't. You're a criminal. That's what you are. You are a criminal. If you're an American citizen, I can have you easily locked up and thrown away. Easily. But you're not. And I think you counted for the fact that you thought you can do whatever you want to do when you get over here. What's the worst that can happen? You send you back to Mexico, right? That's what you thought, right? I'll commit crimes, do whatever. Here's the thing, Jamie. Your people, some of them don't think that way. Did you know that? They come over here with good intentions. They come over here with trying to build a better life for their families and kids. That's what they do. You know, build a legacy for their kids. They want a better life for them. That's what parents do. They want a better life for their kids. What legacy did you get to your kids? Nothing. That's what you did. They're better off without you. I pretty much really believe that. You're teaching your kids what to counterfeit, steal, rob, cheat. I mean, I'm pretty sure they saw you do all that stuff. Make these fake paints and products and lie on camera. I'm pretty sure they heard all the conversations that you were having back and forth with your wife knows all that stuff too. And you guys, you rip people off. Well, I can't say you guys. I don't know much about the kids. I don't know much about the wife. I'm pretty sure. She knew. I know she knew. She had to know what was going on with that printing nonsense. She had to know that. There's no way you can't miss that. It's like an elephant in the room. How are you going to miss that? So she knew about that. But anyway, what values did you give your kids? And you cheated and lied and stole the entire time you were around your own kids. Did you leave them any legacy, a business or anything? Nothing at all. You showed them how to rob and steal. That's what you showed them how to do. Tell me if I'm wrong. You ran a 3D printing business in it, right? You didn't have permission to sell any of that stuff, but you did, right? So what would that be teaching your kids? What you should have did, like my people over here say, is that you wasted your time over here in the United States. You should have came over and got your citizenship, got locked in, and then went from there to start a respectable business that you could hand down to your kids. But you didn't. So, you left nothing for your kids at all, period. Hopefully they do better in life. Hopefully they don't follow your footsteps. Hopefully they go out and get an education, they go to college, they go to a good school, you know what I mean? They start a business. Hopefully they do it legit. I'm hoping they do it legit. I hope they follow nothing about you at all whatsoever. It's a shame to say that. You know, it's really a shame to say that. It's sad to me to say at the end of the day because these are your kids at the end of the day. And it's look what type of person you are. Stalker, harassment, disorderly conduct. And you do all really? That's what you want your kids to grow up to be? You're not even a man at the end of the day. A real man at the end of the day. The minute we sent you that first order over, oh, I forgot the cease and desist order about the attorneys, which we can show you your brother's address or wherever he is. It's one of your family members without permission. But anyway, the first minute anybody would have saw that, especially you knowing you don't have paperwork, and you saw that thing come over and you still persisted to carry on knowing that this could blow up to something even worse. Yeah, you really didn't have any respect for your wife or any respect for your kids whatsoever. Because any real man would have saw that, okay, this is going too far, I need to call and I need to get this stuff squashed before it goes any further. You would have thought of your kids first. You didn't think of your kids first. Just like when you're running that 3D printing machine in your building and all that poison was flowing through that apartment, God knows what's going to go wrong with them. And hopefully none of them were in the apartment when you were doing this mess. But you didn't care about them. All you care about is getting on YouTube, talking a whole lot of nonsense, and then trying to look good in front of your followers. Well, you can get a GoFundMe account, see if your followers can pay our money at the end of the day, because we're still suing you at the end of the day. I don't care if you are do leave the country, I'm still going to file a lawsuit against you. Whatever you have left over here, we'll take it and sell it all. And if I find out your wife had anything to do, she knows anything about these activities, but she would be under investigation too, and she will follow the same things you will follow. Hopefully, I'm hoping she does have paperwork to be here. That's the sad thing about it right there. She's going to be pulled into this mess. That's what's going to be sad about it. Kids were born here. I'm pretty sure they were born here. But she's going to be pulled into this mess. Because Dum Dum decided to go out and do dumb stuff at the end of the day to put a red flag literally over top their apartment, especially with that whole LLC thing. You put yourself way out there. If she's not documented, they might take her too. Or what am I kidding? They're going to take her. They're definitely going to take her. They're definitely going to take her. So, you run the risk of being separated from your wife and never seeing her again. Dumb stuff, man. I don't understand why people take these risks at the end of the day. Why would you even take a risk like that? Especially if you knew you're in a situation that you're in. Why would you take that type of risk? He was an American citizen. He'd still be separated from his wife. He would have to go to jail for all that stuff he did. He committed all that destruction over a little bit of money. That's not even money at the end of the day. A little bit of money and trying to get a little fame off YouTube. That's literally what you sold yourself for too. At the end of the day. Gee whiz Louise. Well, look, I got work and I got things I have to do. That's your life, man. You're going to have to deal with. If you feel that I'm wrong, any of the statements that I made, you go get yourself an attorney and say, hey, look, accusations anybody made against me are false. I'm an innocent man. I've not committed any crimes. I've not broken the law. I've not go out and stole from people. I've not committed piracy. I've not done any of these things whatsoever. I've committed none of these crimes. And you're an innocent man, which you claim to be. Then you go get yourself an attorney and you go file a lawsuit. And that's what you do. That's all you got to do. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Because that means everything I would have said would be a lie. But if you don't do this, again, and we all know at the end of the day it is what it is, you did commit the crimes. They're right there, Jane. There's no way around this. All right? So when that unit gets there, keep in mind, they're going to check everybody in that apartment. Not that apartment complex, your unit only. That means if she doesn't have paperwork, they're going to take her too. And you have no one to get mad about that. He'll get mad and rage, and you can't do anything about it. There's nothing you do. Get mad and rage and blame everybody else. If you knew that you were supposed to be here and you were supposed to be quiet and keep a low profile, why didn't you do it? And you didn't do it. Well, that's it for me. I gotta go.